Welcome to Speaking of Art with Jay Harmon, the colored pencil artist. All of his works are intricate pieces of original art, created entirely from colored pencils. Tune into the show to learn about Jay and his fascinating artistic abilities, as he interviews featured guests, discusses new artwork, and guides us through the many styles and techniques that make his creations so unique. So sit back, relax, and take part in this one-of-a-kind studio production. Enjoy the show.
Hi, and welcome to the Colored Pencil Artist, which is me, Jay Harmon, and we're here again for another session where, if you've been following along, we've been working on a picture in color pencil that is a sunset, and hopefully I'm going to mainly finish it up today. So I'll go over some of what we have done before up to this point. If you look at the picture, we started out with the color up here of the sunset, and which started out as kind of a purple, and then we blended the colors together to go in and make like an orange color here, and then I brought in a couple clouds. I just went in with some light color and just added that, and then blended all this together here. And that was before I added the palm tree branch, which comes down here, and went back and put in all the other colors, keeping the color scheme, going from the purple up here down to the orange that we're looking at down here, and some yellow. And then we went down after that and added the nice water down here, using some orange and purple and some black to bring that up, and highlighted here we put a sailboat in here, which I have stressed can be any boat if you wanted to, or you don't have to have a boat. It just adds a little bit of interest, extra interest to the picture. And then I went back up here and I added each of the palm fronds, each of the palm leaves coming down here, and then went back and touched up in some of the areas with orange pencil and pencil that matched what I had here in the sunset. So everything kind of comes together. And then here on the inside, so it will look more three-dimensional, I added some light color fronds, some white. What I did, I went back and erased a little bit in here, and then I went back with a light pencil and just highlighted that. And this way it looks more like it's illuminated a little bit from the back, that you can see it looking more three-dimensional. And then we did the same thing with this palm branch. I added this one going down over the water, and did the same thing, and I carried over into the sunset here. The sun itself is not really done in any color. I faded around it with colored pencils, leaving this white and just working around it, and then continuing our clouds coming down here all the way to the water, putting the water all the way through here, and putting different colors down here under the sun, some oranges, some pinks, some nice purples, a little gray, a little black, just to make it look like a nice reflection from the sun there. Then came back and added a couple birds in here just to make it look more more realistic, and also to give it a little bit of depth. So you can see, you're looking at the picture, you're seeing in the background you see the sailboat, and then looking back between the sailboat and the foreground where we have our tree here, you'll see the birds flying. One's closer and two are in the background. So that gives it more of a three-dimensional look. And what we're going to do today is try to get this finished up as much as possible. I'm going to start here with just going back, adding a little bit more orange color right here just to go through. And let me see what I got. Okay, just do that lightly, bring that up, and just color the color through so it all blends together like that. And I'll get another nice orange up here and bring that all the way up through here, going all the way to the tree, putting the color all the way to the tree, and bringing a little bit more of the orange up here, and a little bit darker. You can see over here, so it all blends together. All the nice colors over here. Then I'll put some yellow, take some yellow, and I'm going to blend this in here. So we're seeing now it's all kind of coming together. It's all the colors are looking like it's all one part of one sunset. We want to keep it unified, so everything looks like it's a really, really nice, colorful sunset. And then I'm going to take my blending pencil and go back and just blend a little of this, make everything blended together so we see a nice smooth blending. Okay, we're going to have a little bit more orange up here. It's coming here, where this is coming down, like we're coming right through there. Like when we're working around something, like I tell my kids when I've taught in elementary, is you're taking your colors over here, and then you come to the edge of something you're not going to color on, and you bump and jump, and then you go to the back. And then that's what we're doing here. We're bumping and jumping and going behind here, but we keep coming out here to make sure that everything looks like it's all one continuous thing. Then I'll go back here with a little bit more of my red and bring that up here. And we're blending all that. And that all comes together like a nice single color there. Okay, and then I'll take my blender again, and we're going to blend these colors together just to fill it in so that we have our nice rich colors all together in one nice piece there. Okay, so that kind of takes that through up to the tree for the sky. Now the thing that I'm going to do is come back and start working on the palm frond, the last one, close to the tree. We have one right here close to the tree. So what I'm going to do is come back start this and just kind of come over here, bring that down, bring it down. So we've got, this is the kind of where the palm tree, if you've ever seen palm trees, they kind of, when they, after, see, they start out full and then they start to droop a little bit, and then when they get older, the older ones, they start to go to the side of the tree before they die. So they will come down like this, and this one here, you can see is just kind of like that. I'll make the center right in here. Okay, this is like a center. I'm going to kind of bring this to a point here, and maybe bring this down here, and bring these, and then I'm going to come up here, and then I'm going to start, bring these out over here. These are all the different palm branches, all the palm fronds that you'll see on the trees, and then we'll kind of bring that down a little bit, and then kind of droop this down. Fill this in here so it looks like it's all connected, and then bring this down. Okay, and bring in some more of our palm branches, nice and dark down here, just to cover over the sky that we've already colored. And there, if you look at that, we have that palm branch is pretty much done. If you want, after you get this part done, you can go back and you can color in a little bit in between the branches just to fill it in, make it look more, so you don't leave any real white spaces in here. You want it to look nice and colorful. Okay, so we have there pretty much our palm branch, the last palm branch. And now on this tree, I'm going to make this a coconut palm. Okay, coconut palms are very, well, a lot of people think coconut palms, they think of tropical trees, they think of coconut palms, although there are hundreds of different kinds of palm trees in tropical areas. Coconut palm seems to be one of the most popular and most familiar of the trees. So what we're going to do, we're just going to add here, I'm going to put where the coconuts will go, right here. Okay, and there's kind of our bunch of coconuts there. We're going to maybe make a couple more here. I'm going to bring this branch back down here. Okay. Now, I'm going to, because this is going to be in the shadows, I'm going to give it a little bit of color, but it's mostly going to be silhouetted. So I'm going to because our light source would be over here, the sun. So this is the opposite direction. So there wouldn't be too much light over here in a sunset. So I'm just going to take on the bottom and make it the darkest on the bottom here, like this. I think back in the old days there was a song at one time that was called "A Lovely Bunch of Coconuts," if I remember right, from a long time ago. And so that's what we're kind of trying to create here, is a lovely bunch of coconuts. And make these here. Now, we have those up there. Now I'm going to make a little different color on them. I'm going to add some dark green right here. Fill it in with dark green. Okay, you can see the little bit of dark green here, just to give it a little bit of color. And this is, and for those of you who don't live in Florida, coconuts, when they are hanging on the trees, they're not brown like the ones you see. They're green. And when they get real ripe, that's when they fall. And then they let them sit for a little while, and then they open them up, and that's when you get all the tasty coconut meat and coconut juice and everything out of them. So we are just getting these coconuts finished up here. See what that looks like. Okay, we have those, and now what we're going to do, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we'll finish up the tree and see how much of the picture we can get finished today.
Jay Harmon, exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker: he only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Hi, welcome back. If you would like to see more of my artwork too, you can go to my website. It's coloredpencilartist.com, and I have a lot of my artwork on there. You can see what I've done. Most of the pictures on there are in colored pencil. Okay, I have some that I've done earlier that used to be done in graphite pencil. And now I've changed. I only work in colored pencil today. And if you'd also like to call into the studio, if you have any questions, or if you're interested about anything, or knowing more about what we're doing, because we've got some some classes coming up, and we have some other things you may be interested in if you're interested in learning colored pencil. And these are going to be different classes for kids, for adults, and also for people who are experienced with colored pencil. I'm going to be giving hints and tips for you folks. So everybody will have something to do, and we're really looking forward to you joining us for that. And our number here at the station, at the studio, is 1-888-994-4995. Okay, so if you'd like to call in for anything, please do. And we're going to see what we can do about finishing most of this picture right here now. And if you can see right now, I'm working each layer of a palm tree is kind of works around like this. It kind of goes down. That's how the tree grows. Each time the fronds will grow out from each layer of the tree, and then it will grow taller each time. It starts out from just a coconut, and then it starts to grow, and each layer it gets higher and higher until you have the full tree. So what I'm doing here is just drawing the different layers as they would look on a palm tree. So I'm going to bring this together a little bit here. Once again, we are working on the dark side of the sunset. So everything is going to be a little bit darker over here. Like right here will be completely dark at the bottom because we wouldn't have any real light down here. And we will bring that down there. And that will all be filled in black when I go back and finish it up. And now I'm going to give it a little bit of layering. Here you can see I'm using the black, and then it gets a little bit lighter as it goes up on each layer. Okay, and now I will take another color. Let me find a nice gray color, kind of a dark gray. This is close to black, but it's called 90% cool gray. So it's not quite black, but it's close. So on each of these, I can add here, and I'm leaving a little texture to look on the tree, so it looks like kind of the texture of the tree. So when you look at it, you kind of get the feel of the tree. I like everything. Texture is so important because when you deal with texture, it looks like you can look at it and you can touch it and you can feel what it would look like. So that's what I really like to try to do, is capture what texture looks like on a tree or anything else. You're doing different textures on different things, like on a still life. You would want, if you had like different fruits and different things, what do those grapes look like? How does an orange feel? You want things to look and I say to feel like they're supposed to, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm making this a little bit kind of rough, if you've ever seen a palm tree, palm trees do not have smooth bark on coconut palms. They have a rough texture, and they are kind of a gray color. But here I'm just bringing it around down to here, and as we go there, a little bit over on this side, bring it around here. The dark gray coming around here, because that's where the light would go, and around to the other side. It's hiding a little bit from the sun here. It's just some shadows. And now what I'm going to do is to bring up, go back to my black pencil. And I'm going to come up here, and let's have some coming out from where you'll see a lot of area here. These are where all the palm branches are coming up and out from from where the coconuts are. Okay, they will shoot back up outside of where the coconuts go, and we'll have that going more in that way. And what I will be doing then is to be going back and adding some more of the sunset on this side of the tree, now that we have our coconuts and everything in here. And I'll be going back up all through the branches, adding our sunset, coming back down here. So once again, we're just following through on the sunset, using our different colors that we've used before. And you can see you can be creative, whatever colors you like to make in a sunset. I'm using magenta and orange here. They're just some basic colors, but they really bring it out in this particular picture. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that up here. And once again, I'm going to add this here and put a little bit more yellow right down here to continue that. Right off the page there, I've got my yellow. And I think I will maybe make another little yellow stripe down here. And then I'm going to fill the rest in with orange. Yeah, that would work good. Okay, so now we have our sunset and our tree. I'm going to end up, like I said, this will be solid black down here. Because this is below our water line, so it kind of works up. There's going to be some black all through here. I just add this as I go. I'm going to be smoothing this off a little bit, and see how this goes here, and finish up with the black here. So if you've been following along, you can see that we have worked with a full spectrum of colors here. Even today, just doing around the tree and so on, that you know, you'll see a lot of ways that you can be creative with colors. Okay, don't feel you have to be tied down to any particular colors. Use your imagination. If natural looks good to you, do it that way. If you want to add anything any way you like, you know, just do how you like it. It's your picture. Like I've said before, if you want to add more things to the picture, feel free to do that. All that's left today to do now is just up here is just going to be adding the other colors of the sunset, which will just be coming up through here. I'll show you the basics here. I'm not going to go into detail with this right now, but that's where things are going to go. The colors for that, and so now we pretty much have our picture that we started. If you've been following along, you've seen how we've started. You know how we started this picture and worked through it to. It's time consuming to do a picture like this, but it's fun and it's relaxing, and I'm hoping that if you are interested in getting into doing colored pencil drawings, that you would just consider relaxing when you do it. Okay, have yourself a glass of wine, sit back, relax, put on some music, put on some nice music, and just do what you want to, you know, make this a nice, comfortable setting, and you know, and don't feel like you have to just keep working on it until you finish it. You know, just work as you like. Do it for a while, put it down, walk away from it, come back to it. Maybe put it down, come back a day. I've sometimes am working on a picture, and I'll walk away from it for you know, for a couple days, and come back to it, and I'll see it with kind of fresh eyes, and I'll see what I want to do with it, and make any changes that I want to do. Maybe I don't like some of the things that I've done, and then I'll come back and really make it the way that I want to. And then, like I always say, the last thing, when I put my signature on the picture, it's done. Okay, that's me. Because some people don't know when to finish a picture. And so I always look at it and say, is that everything I wanted to put in there? Is that what I wanted to say? And if it is, I'll sign it. And that's it. So I hope you all are having fun with this. I will bring in the completed picture next week. It's almost completed now, but I will bring in the completed picture next week so you can see it. And then what we'll start on another picture and see if you have any ideas that you would like to draw, or you would like to see me draw. Please let me know. I'd be more than happy to to work on it with you or for you. And like I say, we're going to have classes, so you might want to follow along, and we could do something that way. And once again, our number here is 1-888-994-4995, and my website is coloredpencilartist.com. Okay, so everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome to Speaking of Art with Jay Harmon, the colored pencil artist. All of his works are intricate pieces of original art, created entirely from colored pencils. Tune into the show to learn about Jay and his fascinating artistic abilities, as he interviews featured guests, discusses new artwork, and guides us through the many styles and techniques that make his creations so unique. So sit back, relax, and take part in this one-of-a-kind studio production. Enjoy the show.